Hey, y'all. Do you know what I hate as a grown woman? I mean a grown woman, not a girl, not a little girl, not none of that shit. I'm talking about a grown woman. As a grown woman, I hate talking to a grown man who reminds me of another woman. Say I'm talking to a grown man about anything, and I heard a bitch come out of his mouth. And I'm like, hold up. Am I talking to a girl or am I talking to a man? Some of you men listen to weak women, and the stuff that come out of your mouth make you sound like a weak bitch, right? When you taking advice from a weak woman, you know she's a weak woman. You know that this woman ain't all the way together. Do she got her GD, right? You know this is a weak woman. Everything about this bitch is weak. And you listening to this bitch. And you talking and you sounding like a weak woman. Quit taking your advice from broken women. You men. You know she broken. Look at her. Do she got her GD? She smoke crack. She like to sell that thing for a little some change for doing something strange. She's a weak woman. And she has a weak mentality. And she thinks like a little girl. A little jealous girl. A little envious girl. Quit taking advice from her. You sound weak. I said, what? Is this a man or a girl? I don't want a man that I'm more man than him. I don't want a man that I'm more man than. Who you listening to? That weak bitch over there? You talking about that bitch that eat her boogers? You talking about that bitch that dig in her nose and eat her boogers? You talking about that bitch? You talking about that bitch that don't even watch put her puss in some hot water? You listening to that bitch? The one that don't put her puss in hot water? You listening to her? What you say? Are you a girl? You sound like a girl. That's something a girl would say. Quit listening to weak bitches. You know that. Did that bitch smoke meth? She's smoking meth right now, talking about she can't stop. Well, she's smoking crack. She can't stop. You better quit listening to these weak-ass bitches, bro. You sound like a weak-ass bitch. Are you a man or that sound like something that a girl would say. Quit listening to these weak-ass, broken-ass women. You know that bitch is weak. I said she weak. I said she weak. I said the bitch is weak. Look at her. Look at this bitch. She trying to rob the projects. Look at this bitch trying to rob the projects. Oh my God. You taking advice from this bitch? You talking about this bitch right here, the confused one. She like a little dick. She like a little clit. She like a dick click, dick click. You taking advice from her? Oh shit, you sound like a girl. Are you a girl? Quit taking advice from weak ass women. And make sure if you taking advice from a man, he's in the upright position. He ain't one of those weak ass men. Sound like a bitch. Is that a bitch? Is that a bitch? Ah, I thought you was a girl. I'm a girl. Make sure when you get your advice, you taking it from somebody that's in an upright position. I would never take advice from a 50, 60, 70-year-old bitch. Talking about, hey girl. Anyway, nigga, please. Girl, are you a girl? That sound like something that a girl. Anyway.